that are chasing you seem to be slipping up.
No, I believe in ourselves. I believe and I have faith and believe that it's in our hands now to be on the top four. But in the same time, never confident. I don't like the word confidence. I think trust, being tough with ourselves and believe in ourselves, that is completely different than to be confident. When you are confident, you make yourself weak. You know, I think it's so important to understand that for our player and for our player to have the possibility after to compete in our best Tuesday. Tomorrow we must be 200%, no 100, 200% focus in give our best again West Ham. Some people is going to fall asleep sleeping here. So tired. Some problems last night.
Paul to finish.
Happiness night, no? Difficult morning, no?
Paul.
What have you made of West Ham in the last few weeks?
No, I think I was watching all the game, and of course in the last two games they competed really well. It was very difficult for Chelsea to to win the game, and of course they deserve much more. Again, they were much better than Manchester United, and of course they have very good player. And then we are going to meet a manager that we admire a lot. I admire a lot. I think he's one of the greatest managers on the world, Manuel Pellegrini, and of course we know very well that it's going to be so tough to beat them. But we are going to play for big things. To achieve the top four is going to be fantastic for us on the end of the season, and that is why I expect a very tough game.
You said how derbies are different, but Tottenham's London derby record over the last 3 seasons is excellent. So what's the key to winning a London derby?
No, I think the key is to play with your heart, is to play giving your best. It's so passionate, the game, the derby are so passionate. We know very well what it means for the fans, and hope and I wish to have a very good performance that provide us or to put us in a very good position to get the 3 points, because for us it's massive to get the 3 points tomorrow. Still a little bit unlucky. We cannot recover players for the game tomorrow. And then we need to assess still some player. This afternoon we'll see if some player can be available or not. We came from a very busy period schedule, and of course it's a lot of fatigue on the team. But I think again all our decision is going to be focused in try to win the game tomorrow, because it's the most important game. We cannot think in Tuesday. All the decision that we are going to take for tomorrow game is because we need to provide the team good energy, the capacity to fight from the first moment, and we need player no 100, if not 200% focus in tomorrow, because for me it's the most important game. Without tomorrow, it's not Tuesday. I think that is why it's so important after a very busy period to assess the player. Of course, that we are a little bit not worried, but of course pay attention a little bit more, because it's so important to provide the team the best tools and fresh legs and fresh mind to try to be close to win, because now the most important game is West Ham.
You're saying the focus is on West Ham. Have you had to remind the players, because a Champions League semi-final is an absolutely huge match for them and for the club, for the history of the club? Has it been easy to make sure that their minds are focused on playing West Ham?
No, it's conscious. I think it's easier to think and say, yes, West Ham is important, and then start to think after West Ham, start to think in Ajax. But in your inconscient, it's not easy to manage, to handle that situation. That is why I think we must to be tough and strong in our idea to translate to the player that the most important is tomorrow. is for me. If you say to me which game is more important, tomorrow is more important than Tuesday, because tomorrow is going to be for me key or decisive, the possibility to be on the top four, and we want to be on the top four, and we want to be on the next Champions League, and of course after Tuesday is going to be important when arrive Tuesday, but we must to be I think concentrate in the game of tomorrow, because it's a derby, because when you play a derby it's more than a game for our fans, and because it's a massive thing playing for the next season. To be in the top four is a massive achievement on the end if we are capable to get. Because it's so important to Tuesday, that is why I think the concentration and the focus must to be 200% tomorrow if we want to arrive in good condition after Tuesday to be competitive again in the semi-final of Champions League.
Your players, of course, have this huge match against West Ham to think about ahead of Tuesday. Ajax, in the meantime, have been given the weekend off. The Dutch authorities have postponed their fixture. Would you like, as Danny Rose has said, the Premier League to have done something similar for you?
I know it's difficult, no? I understand that in this type of situations, everyone can have their opinion. I know very well that the Premier League and the FA Cup try to help us to have the help to prepare the semi-final. But it's true that the Premier League is completely different to the Dutch league, or football in Europe is completely different than England. I think, yes, the fact or the reality is that they are going to have more time to prepare and avoid risk, because when you play Saturday and then you must play Tuesday, when you compete in a derby game and playing for big things, of course always the concentration and the effort is massive. Always you can take some problems, you have some problems, but it's not a complaint. Only the fact is that I think it's not fair. Like it will be in the opposite. If we have 1 week to prepare the semi-final and Ajax is playing Saturday, in my mind is going to be the same, thinking the same. That is not fair for them. It's not. I don't want to create a debate, or I don't want to create a polemic. It's only the fact is playing a semi-final, a Champions League semi-final. I think both teams must have the same time to prepare. The game, but we need to accept. It's not a thing that to complain. We are in England. England is different. We are in the best and the tougher competition on the world, because I think to play here in England in the Premier League and with the two competition plus Europe is the most tougher competition on the world. But you need to accept that and not complain, and be sure that with our decision we can help the player and the team to arrive and be competitive in all the games.